Thing 1, 2. Volume on microphone. Hello, friends and neighbors. This is Tetsuiji with the first of hopefully many instances of Out of the Park Baseball 22. For those of you who don't know me, I'm usually kicking around Reddit on baseball, the NPB subreddit, and the Out of the Park subreddit. And that's why we're going to be doing an NPB-based dynasty in the game, specifically taking the moribund Orix Buffaloes, hopefully to glory, maybe adjacent to glory. We'll see how far we can go. So, why the Orix Buffaloes? And it's not just because in previous sims I've ran the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, my favorite team, the Hanshin Tigers, and an expansion team, the Shizuoka Arrows. It's because this team does have a little bit of history, and I feel like they need some help to get over the hump. First off, this team is an interesting one because of their role in NPB history. Up until about 2004, they were two separate teams, the Kintetsu Buffaloes, who played in Osaka, and the Orix Blue Wave, Ichiro's old team, who had a lot more success in the league. But around 2004, both companies realized they were losing way too much money and decided to merge the teams. That actually led to the first ever players' strike in NPB history, and enough fan and player outrage wound up creating a brand new franchise, an expansion team that could pick from the leftovers of the Buffaloes and the Blue Wave. But that team was the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. That's Masahiro Tanaka's old and current team. They won the Japan Series in 2013. The Orix Buffaloes remain the only NPB team not to make the Japan Series in the last 20 years, and they've only had 2 postseason berths and 1 postseason win since merging. This is a moribund franchise facing the event horizon. So that's why I'm going to be taking them over and hopefully guiding them to a championship. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure how many other people sim NPB here on Twitch, so some rules and house rules and ideas that I'm going to be going through. Although Out of the Park Baseball finally implemented the 1-game head start for the playoffs in order to support the KBO, they kind of only did that for the first round. And it's the second round where that has to happen in NPB. So, I will be doing some save scumming. I'll try to do that in between episodes. Hopefully it won't be too long before we win a pennant. Fingers crossed. Same for the real first round draft. I found a Python script on the OOTP subreddit that might be able to help simulate what it looks like in the real world where there's actually a lottery. You could have the same team, or you could have the same player be picked by multiple teams, and they have to draw lots to see who actually gets that player. Everyone who loses has to wait until all the other picks are settled and then pick again. I'm also going to be placing an artificial limitation on my ability to cheese the AI for trades. I'm only going to be limiting myself to the number of trades equal to my place last season. Since the Orix Buffaloes finished in 6th place out of 6 last year, I will be getting 6 trades this year. So I'm counting on you, the viewers, to keep me honest about that. I do have League Evolution on. I also have 4 expansion identities ready to go at a moment's notice if the time arises. And I'll try to do a managing a game per stream session. My goal for this one is to very much introduce the personas of this team and who's in it. So let's hop into the game itself. And here we are, the Orix Buffaloes. If I take a look at the players list, you will be able to tell right away, this is not a good team. We have some serious issues with depth, with certain players not being able to hit the ball, and this mirrors what the real Orix Buffaloes are like. They are a team of noodle bats. So let's introduce some of the key players, and I'll let you in on some of the strategy I'm hoping to do with this team. First off, the pitchers. Yasunobu Yamamoto is this team's stud, the ace, 6-pitch arsenal. You've probably seen highlights of him striking out a whole bunch of guys in the real world. I'm so thrilled to be able to build a franchise around it because he's only 22. Ridiculous how good this kid is. The rotation's filled out by other young studs like Taisuke Yamaoka, lefty Daiki Tajima, who's still got room to grow at age 24, middle rotation guys like Daichi Takayasu, Sachiya Yamasaki, and Yudai Aranishi, who's probably on the bubble for this squad. You'll also note that we have a certain allotment of foreign players. In NPB for last season and this, given the current situation going on, your teams are allowed up to 5 foreigners, but they can't be all batters or all pitchers. There has to be one on the other side of the bump. So our foreign pitchers are Tyler Higgins and our closer, Brandon Dixon. Brandon in particular is going to be an interesting case because not only is he a free agent at the end of this year, this is also his 9th year in NPB. Once you hit 9 years, you are technically considered a local free agent. So you'll be able to leave town or be treated as a Japanese player. So I'm going to have to hop into commissioner mode to make that edit here if we do decide to keep Brandon. And really, I mean, the stats speak for himself. He's a quality late reliever, probably going to be our closer out the hop. The one guy who's probably not going to stay long on this team is Atsushi Nomi. He is a long-time Hanshin Tiger. He's been with that club for like 15 years. But for some reason, the Orix Buffaloes decided to sign him. I'm probably going to have to send him all the way down to our minor league team because I've got another pitcher top to our one single farm team. Although he's referred to on the NPB website as Yaku Cho, Yi Cheng is his Taiwanese name, and because he played for and was drafted out of a Japanese university, he counts as a domestic player. You'll also may recognize, if you're following the league, Hiroya Miyagi. He's already starting with the big club, and he's become sort of their equivalent to Takahisa Hayakawa as a lefty phenom as a rookie. So he may get some starts with the big club. Given where we are, I'm probably going to be keeping him in the minors right out the chute. Hopping back to the big league club, here's where we're at in terms of our lineup. And like I said, noodle bats aplenty. That said, I'm okay with having a noodle bat at catcher when it's someone with as good of a catcher ability as Kenya Wakatsuki. I had him in a previous NPB sim, and yeah, he was able to backstop pretty well. So I can spare the crappy contact and for that defense. And one of the team leaders, we look at team chemistry, we sort of don't have any captains yet. So that's something I'm going to be looking at early on in this sim. We've got a bit of a logjam at first base between Steven Moya, who does have a pretty strong bat, and Takahiro Okada, or T. Okada. Face gen needs a little bit of work. But I like T. Okada better defensively, as well as his splits against righties. So we may end up with sort of a platoon situation between Moya and Okada. We'll see how that goes. At middle infield, we've got... Let me move... Second. Changes. Starting at second is Koji Oshiro. He needs to not do a 505 OPS if he wants to stay with this club. But defensively, up the middle infield, he's one of our best defenders. So given that we have an upcoming free agent, probably going to make sure that we've got him trained up fully at both middle infields. Hopefully we don't have to keep him for too long. We've got some good depth in the farm team for that. Shuhei Fukuda, I love that avoid Ks, that contact. His defense does leave a little bit to be desired, so he may blip between second base and third base as the season goes on. This is the guy I was talking about. Ryoichi Adachi. He's got his free agency this season. We probably want to extend him because he's a top-notch defender, and he's a better bat than Oshiro. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how the season plays out. I'd love to keep him long-term, or at least a few more seasons. He is 33. Old man Adam Jones. Man, I don't know what to do with this guy. He had a rough season last year. At least rough for the money we're paying him. $4.3 million. Ay, ay, ay. And as a DH, he is par at best. Not sure how well we're going to be able to hang on to him or where he plays in this lineup. Right now, we've got him DHing. But this man is our centerpiece of the batting lineup. Masataka Yoshida. Look at that contact. Look at that avoid K. Look at that batting line from last year. 350, 453, 512. True, it was only in 120 games, but this guy is a batting title competitor year in, year out. He is who I am going to try and base my entire franchise off of. We've got him playing left field. We'll see if that sticks. More likely than not, we'll have to move him to DH at some point. But until then, I'm going to love having him. Again, I'm okay to sacrifice some batting for halfway decent defense. And Shunta Goto definitely has that. Unfortunately, he also falls into the noodle bat categories. Batting pocket change last season. Yuck. See how that goes. And in an interesting move, the team brought back Stefan Romero, who started his time in NPB with the Buffaloes, but had a one-season dalliance with the Eagles last year. He's also a pending free agent, but he can at least add some oomph to this lineup. I'm liking the setup of Fukuda, Adachi, and then into hopefully our best batters in Yoshida, Romero, and Okada, before getting through the rest of Jones, Oshiro, Goto, and Wakatsuki. Front office, yeah, we're sort of tapped out on budget, but a lot of that is coming off the books at the end of this year. Whole $9 million of it. So we're going to have some fun in the offseason. Again, my goal is to extend Masataka Yoshida beyond just the next 2 years. I want to build my team off him. But there's a lot of free agency money that's going to be coming up. Let's see. 5 years for a 33-year-old shortstop. I'm not liking the sound of that. Scouting, we have this fellow, but to be honest, I'm already looking at replacements because average and decent ain't going to cut the mustard. In terms of the staff roles, yes, that is former St. Louis Cardinal and Philadelphia Philly So Taguchi, who's our first base coach. I like his makeup. I'd honestly rather promote him to be a hitting coach, but I don't want to make too many changes to the staff right out the chute. You know, I did just join. Most of these guys have contracts expiring at the end of next year. So we've got some flexibility on that front. That said, I go to my staff shortlist. I did pick out a couple of folks who I'd want to take over, such as for the scouting director. I'd love to get Tom McNamara. And he's willing to sign, so 5 years, thank you. And for trainer, I spotted this fellow, Masai Takahashi. Decent ratings across the board, but that prevent arms. This is going to save my pitching lineup. And he's already better than the guy I have. 5 years. Let's go. Oh, I almost forgot. The owner, bit of a skinflint. Then again, at 85 years old, he may not be long for this world. He's expecting me to achieve a winning record. I think that is something of a stretch, to be honest. So we will see about that. Our first game is on the road at the MetLife Dome, playing the Saitama Seibu Lions. So let's skip ahead to opening day, and let's see if we can get that new scout onboarded. All right, we got our new team trainer and our new scout. That's awesome. Unfortunately, it looks like that took me over budget for the year. I'm going to have to look and see what we can do to adjust our salaries. First things first. Ah, man, is anyone willing to take one broken down Adam Jones, even retaining salary? Even retaining most of the salary. Okay, so we got some takers on that. Thiago Vieira, Peoples. Take a look at this guy. Decent starter, but I'm not sure how well he'd do or what his role would be. He's at least cheap. Nothing else. He is cheap. And then there's Toru Murata out of Haido, but do I really want to trade him to someone within the same league? You know what? Neither of these look terrible. I'm gonna get my scout to do a report on these, see if we can get a better glean for what they're after. So Toru is that bad. Peoples. Okay, so this may be someone we can work with. So let's put together that deal. I will give up broken down Adam Jones. I will retain %90. And he wants to think about it. Okay. Let's see if we can build. All right, this is my first trade. You know, we're keeping track of this. So, taking a look at their team. Now, here's the thing about Japanese baseball teams. They rarely make deals with impact. So, I've cranked the trade difficulty up, but I've kept it neutral. Most of the time, they trade like nobody bullpen arms and guys off the farm for spare parts. So let's take a look here and see if there's anyone in the spare part bucket. We might be able to swipe. Heard good things about Taiki Sekine. Let's see what he says. Oh, okay. So he's not opposed to the deal for the deal's sake. Yamato's a free agent this season, at the end of the season, so probably not him. I didn't even know Shackleford was signed by the Bay Stars. Wow. Okay, so let me think about this. If we go to the Bay Stars, take a look at their lineup, and let's find the best batter with the crummiest defense. I can't take Miyazaki because he is a free agent at the end of the season. There's no way they're letting me take their captain, Keita Sano. Shunta Tanaka isn't terrible, and he can play just about everywhere. It's also interesting because in the real NPB, he's actually gone off on an absolute tear. I'm pretty sure he's carrying the entire team at this point. In opening day, I think he hit for 6 RBIs and almost dragged the Bay Stars to a win before the Yomiuri Giants walked that one off. So tempting. Let me take a look at the all players and organization. All batters at least. So there's Tanaka, Taishi Kusumoto, who also looks like he could be something. I like the contact. I like the eye. Flexibility around the diamond. So might be Kusumoto. Randy De La Rosa. No. His defense is bad, sure, but the rest of him's not that good either. So let's see if we can get Kusumoto in on this deal. Again, another guy I had on a previous sim. Okay, so he's not opposed to it. The assistant GM likes it. So we may have something here. So let me see if we can throw a little bit of cash his way. Nope, that didn't do it. All right, so let's go with 90% of Adam Jones for Peoples and Kusumoto. Okay, let's see if that deal works. Because if we do pull this off, Kusumoto's probably headed to... Who am I kidding? He's probably making this team. I have to find someone to send down to make room for... Yaku Cho. Let's see... Not going to be able to add Yi Cheng. Let's discuss this deal again. Let's bump up to 95%. What was the name of the other Bay Stars guy we wanted? Ripes. It was Shunta Tanaka. Let's see if he bites on Shunta instead. Okay, so we're almost there. Wow, he's willing to take on just about anyone, isn't he? Not Nakagawa. Not Nishimura, because he's actually halfway decent. Tatsuya Yamaashi is probably going to be our backup middle infielder at some point with that defense. Tongu, no. Buddy, you gotta give me something here. Okay, you know what? Let's try for Kusumoto again. They want that guy. And screw it, we'll eat the entire Adam Jones contract. Come on, man. You got to give me something. All right. Okay, this is someone I can part with. Yukikazu Sano. Go. Thank you for the follow, Frienderman. Good to see you. Let's see if they'll take it if we drop it down to 90%. These negotiations are murder, man. Keep getting the almost. All right, you know what? Keep forgetting there's that make this work now button. I don't want to give up any of the guys he wants. So I'm going to go with Jones, 100%, and Sano. Ah! Man, why you gotta be so difficult? Okay. Clearly... this isn't gonna be happening. Much as I want Michael Peoples, nothing doing. So, let's look at what we can do with this roster instead. Meantime, first off, as much as it's great to have Atsushi Nomi, I honestly don't see him contributing to this team, so he is on his way down to the minor leagues. Yi Chang joins the rotation, with Yudai Adanishi moving to be our long relief guy. That makes a lot of sense to me. All right. Let's take a look at our lineups then. I mean, yeah, Shinya Hirosawa looks like a decent option, but not at that overall. I mean, there's better options down on the farm already. Looks like, speaking of which, the farm team's already started. We already got our first game in, and Sakakibara kind of got lit up a little. Yeah, so we're definitely going to call up Nishiura. Do we do that now, or do we do that later? Got a lot of good defensive outfielders, if nothing else. He's on a minor league deal, so let's play the mean game and suppress his arrival for a little bit longer. It's going to be hard to keep Ryo Ota down, but Ryo Nishimura still... All right, let's see if we can find someone who's better than at least one of Nishino, even though he is my kind of player, and Oshiro. Someone down on the farm with a decent middle infield profile. I know that Kotaro Kurebayashi is up with the big club now. I don't think now's the right time. I'd love to see him develop a little bit more. Ryo Ota, good batter, maybe major league ready. Might want to suppress his contract just a little bit longer. You know what? I think I may keep this as is. Wow, we're actually losing money from last year on our ticket prices. Yikes. So scouting preferences. Let's find any hitter, Japanese, average current ability, defensive wizard. Oh, I want this for second base, shortstop. Love to get a third base contact hitter. Actually, you know what? Make that any batter contact hitter. So you know what? Let's skip to opening day. I said I was going to try and manage one game per season or per stream session. All right. PB season predictions. All right, we've got our top 100 prospects. Ryota sitting second. Very nice. We're still only 9th in overall systems, and that's because the Giants are hogging all the good players. For those of you following Real NPB, there's Teruaki Sato, and yes, he is that good. Doesn't have the facial hair, though. I may need to fix it. Itoi the second. Okay, excuse me. I need to fix that. He's clearly Juan Sato. There we go. Man, I would love to get him on this roster. Ayakawa, like I mentioned. So, it is opening day. We are going to be playing the Saitama Seibu Lions, who play in MetLife Dome. Bit of a Power Alleys place, not one for the Dingers, which kind of aligns with our ballpark. But our ballpark, blah, seems to have a bit more of a extra base hit bent. So I'm going to be leaning more towards gap power than home runs, and we'll see what I can pull off with that. All right. It is opening day. Yeah, I guess I will handle this game for now. I'll try my hand at managing, and if this goes poorly, then yeah, we're not going to bother with that for future games. As you can tell, this team drops off in a hurry, but hopefully with that middle infield defense of Oshiro and Adachi, we're able to get something going and keep the ball in the ballpark for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. That's going to be tricky when they're rolling out their big home run hitters in Hotaka Yamakawa, Takaya Nakamura, Corey Spangenberg to a lesser extent, Kuriyama. Okay, no, I can't trade for this guy. He's a Lions org guy. Never mind. I'd love to get Tonosaki, though, but I don't think I'll be able to pry him away. So, let's get into this. Please do not be crashing. All right, so here we are, everyone. Shuhei Fukuda up at the dish against Kona Takahashi. Man, their middle infield defense is good. They are doing what I want to do. So, yeah. I have to do that. Swing away, Shuhei. Let's get this season underway. All right, dropped in for a base hit. We are off and running. Good take on a 2-1 count. So, Shuhei is pretty speedy. Let's take a pitch and see. Okay. Takahashi's got a hold runner of 60. Maybe... let's swing away. Okay. 1-0, and that's a double play. I should have sent the runner there. Let's see what Yoshida does here. Wrapped on the ground. Okay, pretty straightforward. Alright, Yamamoto, do your stuff. Alright, so Genda's aboard. Base hit. Let's get our Kaneko. Okay, so yeah, outfield normal. Middle infield's double play depth. And definitely want to hold a runner.
Strike 3.
Karaburi Sanshin. Down he goes. Okay, Yamakawa up. Definitely got that power bat, so double play depth again. Let's deepen the outfield a little bit. And let's stay holding the runner. The 1-1. And Wakatsuki bungles it and has to go run into the shopping mall under the MetLife Dome. Alright, so no sense at double play depth. Yamakawa's an extreme pull, so let's shift left a little bit, might as well. And let's pitch to batter. Little nubber. Oh, Wakatsuki was able to make the out. Nicely done. Another pull hitter, but not too strongly. Let's keep that outfield deep. Don't want the runner to score, no doubles. And just pitch to contact.
Strike 3.
Later. Okay. Mero up to the dish now. Let's see what he can do. Slow roller to third. Retired. One to Okada. Big fly deep to right. Come on! Ha ha! Home run, baby! Excuse me a moment while we play a little celebratory theme. That is the first home run of this sim. Now, for some context, at every single NPB game, there's a section in the outfield that is dedicated entirely to the visiting fan cheer section. I mean, the opposite side of the outfield is always a home fan, so imagine this is our crowd doing this. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, Jones. Let's see what you're capable of doing. Let's keep this going. Ooh, takes a walk. Yeah, Jones is no threat to steal, but then again, Oshiro's no threat to do anything. Decent at bunting, though. Sure, let's try it. Bunt up the third base line. Oh, run, you come. Ah. All right, I will take a sack bunt here. I mean, this is NPB after all. I'm allowed to do that. Goto, yeah, let's swing away. All right, Goto lifts one into right field. Is Jones going to try for home? He will stay at third. Runners at the corners now for Wakatsuki. 2 out. Let's get something going there. Let's hit and run. Yes, that's how we do it. Goto's going to be taking third. We got our second run of the game. 2-0 Buffaloes. Men still at the corners. Let's do that again. Sure, let's put the hit and run on. Here we go. Kuda inside out this one to left field. Takeda's there. But hey, we got 2. We are off to the races, and I'm loving it. Okay, 0-2 count. Sit down. Kuriyama up now. Up fly. Goto is there. Another pull hitter, but we got good side of the defense there. Ooh! Okay, hit pitcher. Was not expecting that. Don't need double play depth. Odie's gonna pull. Let's do a weak shift right. And let's hold the runner. Oshido, buddy, you can't do that. Ay ay ay. Oh, that's what Oshido does. Do we want to go deep now? Let's keep it infield. Sure, let's pitch to contact. To left, that's going to drop for a base hit. Why did I choose that option? And run will score. That was a bit of a bonehead move. Yeah, let's just regular pitch to Genda. Romero's gonna throw home, but base is loaded. We want infield normal. Outfield, outfield normal. Something on the ground, man. Come on. There we go. Come on! That's 2 boots! This is ridiculous. Let's try and pitch around him. Thank you. 2 unearned runs. Okay, Adachi, let's see if you can redeem yourself here. Fly ball, shallow right. Konosaki is there. Here's Yoshida now. Fly ball, left field. See, that's how you make a catch. I need to find a new infield coach. Romero. Another fly ball. Quiet inning. I'm going to take one of those runs as me being a dummins, but like, we have a guy with a 65 error and a guy with a 55 error, and they both made errors. I can't with this team. Pitch to batter. 1-2 count. Adachi, sure-handed this time. There we go. Okay, that 2 up, 2 down. Yamamoto, 53 pitches. Let's see how far we can ride this guy. See if Okada can go 2 for 2 here. All right, Adam Jones, full count. And he so 2 walks now. Oshido up. This is definitely an instance where we are going to be doing a bunt. Lay it down, Koji. Thank you. Excellent sacrifice bunt. And I will take the safety squeeze. Hey! Squeeze play worked. We are up 3-2. Attaboy Goto. Let's do a hit and run because we got some speed on the base pass, and I want to stay out of that double play. You know what? Let's steal second. Run, man, run. Ah, that didn't work. Wakatsuki rolls to first. Yeah, that would have been a double play ball, but hey, we're back ahead. Got a run without a hit. I will take it. Pop fly, Wakatsuki's there. Gotta love that defense. Mori, first pitch, swinging, left field, and Yoshida settles under it. Adachi from deep in the hole, come on! Nice! Let's take a look at the bullpen. 61 pitches, okay, so I'm willing to let Yamamoto ride this one out a little longer. We've got our options. Let's see if Yamamoto can at least give us 6 innings. Ooh! Did we anger Takahashi? That's a tit-for-tat hit by pitch. Let's try running on Takahashi again. Okay, lesson learned. Let's not steal bases anymore. 2-0. Wrapped into right field for a base hit. Here's Yoshida. High fly ball into right, but not deep enough to do anything with. Romero now. That's gonna be a little looper in for a base hit. Dachi will tag up and go first to third. Alright, runners on the corners. 2 down. Swing away, Okada. That's not gonna do enough. Alright. Another pop-up. Okada's there, deep into foul territory. Kaneko, hard grounder, right to Okada. Making it look easy out there. And let's pitch around Yamakawa. Full count.
Strike 3.
Sit down, buddy. He's having a rough game. Alright, top of the 6th. Let's keep an eye on Yamamoto's pitch count, 73. Okay, we can ride him a little more. Good, good. Jones on a 1-1 pitch. Duck snort. Base hit, okay. If you're wondering why the screen does that whenever we go too far up, it's because the MetLife Dome has a lid. If I switch to the wide view, you'll see that it's actually open on the outside. So it's open to the elements, and it's kind of a pain in the butt for fans in the outfield section because they tend to get rained on if it's raining. So because of that, Silvam over on the Out of the Park forums had to basically add a roof on top of an outdoor stadium, which is why occasionally the blimp camera does weird things. Alright, so swing away Oshiro. And that'll be 2. Goto now. Deep in the hole, not fast enough. Alright, this guy looks like he... Alright, decent eye. Full hitter. Pitch around him, see what happens. Weak contact, Adachi's there, and he beats it out. Ooh. Alright, infield. Double play depth. Pitch to the batter. Spangenberg with a bunt. Ah, gotta love the Japanese game. Kuriyama, high fly ball. Fukuda's there. One, two. Fly ball. Adachi's there. This is the way I expected this game to go. Alright, swing away Wakatsuki.
Strike three.
First strikeout of the game for Kona Takahashi. Poor guy. Alright, Fukuda, let's see what you can do. Tough liner. Alright, Adachi. Yeah, nothing doing in that inning at all. And yes, I did mod in the actual 7th inning stretch songs, or Lucky 7, for all the NPD teams. Because I am just that deep in the weed. Okay, 85 pitches. Let's keep Yamamoto going until he starts to really flag. Modi... Yeah, let's just pitch him normally. Get there, Goto. Nice. 91 pitches. Pitch to contact for this guy. Yoshida is there. Thank you. Kosuke Genda. And that's gonna be an infield hit. Oh! Wow! Cannon arm from Adachi there. Love to get some more runs. 7 strong for Yamamoto. 98 pitches. At this point, I think we got to go to our setup guy. So, go with Masui. Hirano. Get Hirano warmed up. He'll be coming in if Yamamoto gets into trouble. Leading off with Yoshida. I like this. Don't like the result. Here's Romero. You know what? 7 hits I'll take. We got our first home run of the season. And it looks like that we may be shut down now. Okay. Let's see if Yamamoto can get past Kaneko. And then we can bring Hirano in. Yamamoto's going to get... As soon as someone's on base... Oh dear. Yep, okay. We are making the swap. Now pitching for the Buffaloes, Yoshihiro Hirano. Double play depth. That outfield out a little bit. And let's pitch around him a little bit. 1-2.
Strike three.
Sit down. 3 strikeouts now for him. Pitch around this guy, or... Outfield deep, double play depth. Pitch around and see what happens. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Hirano's got some stuff working tonight. Spangenberg, a lefty. Let's do a weak shift right. Outfield where it is. And pitch to batter. Alright, the 2-1. Lifted, fly ball. Goto is there. Take care. Alright, let's get our closer, Brandon Dixon, warming in the bullpen. They've got their closer, Tatsuchi Masuda. Oh my. Okay, so We may not be able to get any more runs this game, so one had better be enough. See if we can't make something happening here. Down swinging, and here's Goto. Last out at the top of the ninth. Yeah, Masuda is really stinking good. Okay. Brandon Dixon comes in as the new pitcher. We've got our closer on the mound. And, here we go. Let's see if we can seal this one out. 0 for 3. Pop up. First baseman's there. Thank you, Okada. What I should have done is seen if we had any defensive subs. Oda could go in as a left fielder next time. Alright, pinch hitter Kawagoe. They really want to go with the lefty-righty matchups here. Floated. Bushido is there. Great catch. Modi has tricky. The 1-2. Lifted right to Oshido. That's the ball game. Buffaloes take the win. And now time to play the celebratory "You Just Lost to the Buffaloes" song. That would be You've Yee'd Your Last Ha by Firage. Same guy who did the intro theme that I use for the stream. All of his stuff is Creative Commons, really good. Highly recommend you go follow him. So, yeah, a couple errors. Couple of caught stealing. But really, everything else, I couldn't have drawn it up any better. Jones got some hits. Okada with that dinger. Goto and Wakatsuki, we got production out of the bottom end of the lineup. And all done in a quick 2 hours, 52 minutes. So, we may never lose again! Okay, let's see what our next game is. So I'm going to sim until the 30th and our home opener, and I will save that for next stream. So, finish today. All right, so game 2. Ooh, lost in extras. Okay, we had a good comeback, but yeah, Dixon just didn't have it that game. That stinks. That's a tough one. And rubber match. We lose 3-1. Matt Dermody, former Blue Jay Matt Dermody. Okay, so 1 and 2. I'll take it. Our offense is looking a little anemic. Yoshida, buddy, you got to get going. Let's take a look at all of our scouting is high. Let me see what we've got. Yeah, I had, yes, this guy, E had circled as a potential purchase from the independent leagues, not only because he's a better defender in the outfield than Yoshida, but he's a captain. And I know that teams perform better when they've got some leaders, and right now we don't have any. Then again, folks seem to be happy. Our coach is pissing off all of the foreign players, but whatever, we can make do. I want to, before we wrap up, I do want to go use my new scout. And let's see. Heck was this filter? All right. Looking for better players. Ah, rats. Okay, so somehow I just lost my filter there. That stinks. Oh, okay, we're good. These are all the Japanese guys. Actually, is Munenori Kawasaki still available in this game? Oh, I thought he was still playing. Wasn't he with the Tochigi Golden Braves? Age 39. Baseball is better with Mooney in it, so I may have to reconsider that. So, let's see. Yusuke Inoguchi. He looks decent. Did I put a scouting report in yet for this guy? Let's see. Oh, it's so nice that they put scouting task list right there on the drop down. That was a major pet peeve of mine in PT21. Thank goodness they've got it here. None of the rest of these guys look like they are capable of doing much. Meanwhile, in the Shikoku Island League Plus, things are even more dire. See if there's any decent pitchers worth a sniff, though. Itsuki Shota. Doesn't seem like he's really worth a sniff. But over in the BCL. Right. I want to look at Shunta Wakamatsu. He looks like he could actually contribute on a major league team, so I'm surprised no one else has picked him up yet. Let's see. Let's take a look at the other independent leagues, see if there's any of my countrymen poking around there. I vaguely remember, I think I did have Katsuya Seno in a previous game. Yeah, I could definitely I could get this guy. It helps if I look at the right reference point. No could be an interesting get. Let's get a whole bunch of scouting reports. I'm not saying I'm going to go crazy and buy up all the best players from this league, but I might. Important thing is we got to know what's out there. This is the rich man's way of building out your farm team. I'll show you ninth in the league. Not much in terms of Frontier, Pacific Association, Empire. Nobody in KBO or... Ooh. I like him. No idea if he's ever going to get posted. If he does, I want this man, Chen. He's on an auto-renew contract. Decent power stat for a pitcher. It's a shame I'm not in the other league where they do bad, where they don't have the DH. So that will about do it for this stream. I'm just going to save the game. It's going to be interesting to see how this squad does, because right now my lineup looks like the guys who should be batting well aren't, the guys who shouldn't be batting well are. Goto, looking at you, buddy. And before we hang up, before we call it a night, let's take a quick look at the perfect team, shall we? So we are leading our division, but the problem is we're in lockstep with the Lake Erie captains. They've been going pretty much win for win with us. I mean, we're still in really good playoff position because we're, what, 12, 13 and a half games ahead of being out of it? See who they've got. Oh, they've got Dykstra. Okay, so this is someone who's finished all the live missions. I very much have not. Playing Tremel, Campanella. Ooh, but he got Lave Cross. Okay. Someone spent a little bit of coinage to get some help. Yeah, I don't have the Indians or Dodgers set yet. That's still very much on the to-do list. Then again, my squad is beating the baseballs pretty well too. My ballpark is very much high singles, doubles, triples place. So leading the league in batting average, the team as a whole batting 301, 834 OPS. That makes sense to me. And still, we've got Garcia Parra and Wilson clubbing the ball out. Yeah, even Austin Hedges. Austin freaking Hedges has 9 home runs against right-handed batters. He's not just a pretty face and a good catcher, folks. You know what? Rip a few packs. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ooh! Thank you for giving me something to sell on the stream. I already have a James Karinchak. But I will happily sell this one. That'll make the money back. Awesome. All right, bunch of nobodies on that one. Maybe I can sell the live cards. Ollie Post. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not selling any of my my historicals because I know there's going to be future missions ahead. Another silver, Jake Diekman. If I'm not mistaken, the Athletics. Yeah, that'll sell. Okay. Athletics are hard to come by. Bronze run. Bronze run. All right, so we had first pack heat and then a whole bunch of nothing. So that will about wrap it up. Thank you for tagging along with me so far tonight. Like I said, we're going to keep going. We're going to start off next session with streaming the home opener at the Kyocera Dome. And then we're off to the races. Then we're going to be simming a bunch of weeks, and we'll see how that plays out. All right. Take care, everyone. Have an excellent rest of the week, and I'll see you again next Wednesday. Stay safe, everyone.